Welcome back to our coverage of the 2026 Tour of Oman. After yesterday's opening stage saw a spectacular display of sprinting.
I'm happy for stay here in the Tour of Oman. My team is really good.
First stage to UAE, and with Yates the overall favourite, that's ominous for the others.
Adam win two times here and we go for the win.
Gaviria went early, 300 metres out, too early I think, and Milano was right on his wheel. Boom, an explosion of power from the Colombian. He's going to take victory by half a wheel.
For me it's really important because 5 months no races and 2 months where no bike. Win now, I'm very happy.
Milano starts today in the red jersey, but with punchy climbs on the menu, his hold on it will be under heavy fire. And we must mention that man who finished third, the 19-year-old Pole, Patrick Gosciorny. Milano in red for the overall leader and the green of the points, Gosciorny with gold and white, but they can only wear one, so Gaviria will be wearing the green and Jose Luis Faura the gold. All 4 of them out of contract at the end of the year, as is Diego Lisi. Yeah, I won on this finish a few years back, but there are some really strong rivals today. Lots of quick and explosive guys like the Jaco boys, Schmidt and Platt. They've shown great legs. We're feeling good too though, so hopefully I'll be there at the end.
Anche noi stiamo bene, quindi dai, speriamo di essere nel finale.
We are very focused to try to take the victory and do a good teamwork, and yeah, I feel pretty good, and yeah, I hope we can do a good result today.
It's a key day for us, for the team, like especially for me and for Despacón. It's a very good finish for us, so yeah, we hope we can get a stage win. We have 2 cars, also Pescador is quite strong, so yeah, we have a good team.
We need to be already focused today because we can lose some time and some GC contenders can attack today, so we need to be focused. But the first big appointment is tomorrow, I think. I will see if there is some good sprinter in the final. I will try to be in a safe place, but for sure if there is an opportunity to get a good result, I will go for the sprint.
Well, as Coolio famously sang in 1995, they'll be spending most of their days living in a puncher's paradise. That's where the Peloton will be today for stage 2. It's not quite a ride through the wadi of the shadow of death, but still 4 categorised climbs, including the Al Jabal road, which they crossed yesterday, 3 kilometres at 8.8, and Al Hamria, used at Friday's Muscat Classic. That all comes before the Yiti Hills uphill finish. It's a long day in the saddle, the longest of the race, 191.4k, starting at the historic Al Rustak Fort. There it is. Now, although the day is mainly rolling, the finale is going to have their teeth grinding on the bikes. Fanja climb is about halfway through, 1.1k at a sharp 9%. Then we're looking out for the Busha Al Amarat. That's 3.3k at 9.2, and likely that's when the pure sprinters will be jettisoned. It's a lovely day here in Oman. Classic winter conditions, they say, between 26 and 31 degrees for a Brit. Doesn't sound like winter at all. Back home it's about 0 or -1 apparently. There's a slight breeze, but I don't think it'll have too much effect on the actual race results today. Like I said before, rolling mainly, but a massive sting in the tail, like a scorpion of a stage. It's actually exactly the same as stage 2 last year. Interestingly, we've been up this climb 4 times in the Yiti Hills to finish at the Tour of Oman. Twice, Diego Lisi in 2023 and Amaury Capiot in 2024. Both those riders are here this race as well, actually, but they won from a sprint out of a small group. Different last year, though. The finish at Yiti Hills is a 1.6k punch, 6.8%, and last year it was a 10k solo breakaway by Luis Vervalca from a 6-man breakaway that he was in all day. A couple of non-starters at the beginning of the day, and would have a few more by the end. Now the peloton rolled out really nicely, nice and calmly, and quite quickly we got a nice breakaway forming, a breakaway that would work really well together as well. I'll take you through their names in just a second, but it is worth saying that after yesterday's stage, Rui Oliveira from UAE Team Emirates was fined 200 Swiss francs and deducted 4 points in the points classification. The reason, according to the commissaires, was that he decelerated during a sprint and endangered other riders. So, Rui Oliveira made a little bit of a break for the break this morning. Didn't get it though. Mentioned before as well, the wearers of the jersey today, all out of contract next season. I'm pretty sure there'll be teams looking at them here though. They're not the only ones either. Alex Diaz is out of season. That guy from the Muscat Classic, remember Baptiste Vistroffer, who was out there all day but didn't get the win? He's out of contract as well. Even Milano, Ulisi, Plumiers. I have no doubt though that they will find teams for next year. There's Milano, our red jersey wearer, the Colombian. Great win for him yesterday, and it was second for Colombia of course as well, with Fernando Gaviria. They haven't won here since Gaviria himself won on stage 6 in 2022. Only 5 stages this year, and we finish up Green Mountain, which of course everyone's really looking forward to, not least the race favourites, Valentin Paris-Peintre and Adam Yates. Yates has won the last 2 years, of course, and is the big favourite, big favourite to take another victory this year. Let's take you through the breakaway then. It formed after about 15k as we go past another fort. This one's called Nakal. And it was Baptiste Vistroffer from Lotto Intermarché, who we mentioned before. He was up there. Tim Marsman from Alpecin Premier Tech. Jill Gelders from Soudal Quickstep. And Said Al-Rabi at the right-hand side of your screen there from the Omani national team. Great to see him there. Oh, and of course, mustn't forget the guy at the front looking around, number 32, wearing the white jersey, leading the young riders classification, Patrick Gosciorni. Now the gap pretty quickly went out to 4 minutes 15. And the nice thing about this breakaway, quite apart from the fact that it had some names that we've seen at the forefront over the last few days, was that it was a real mix. Tim Marsman's mainly a sprinter. Jill Gelders calls himself a GC rider. Said Al-Rabi likes one-day races. Baptiste Vistroffer is a TT specialist, some might say. And Patrick Gosciorni, the best climber among them. Up they went then, and on they went. The first King of the Mountain sprint was taken by Gosciorni once again. And Baptiste Vistroffer got 2 points. Tim Marsman took 1. Very difficult to see Juan Sebastian Milano holding on to the red jersey today. He got it with that amazingly powerful sprint at the Bima sinkhole, which, by the way, was absolutely gorgeous. This country, Oman, has been talked about to me for many, many years as being one of the most beautiful places to visit. Been on my bucket list, actually, for a long time. Finally, I got to come here, and it has not disappointed. You can see from your pictures on your screens, actually. Now, problem for Jill Gelders from Soudal Quickstep. Not sure what this is about. Well, the camera panned off him pretty quickly, so I'll let you guess what might be happening there. We'll see how he is later on. Jensen Plowright up with the break now as well. Said Al-Rabi. Superb effort from him. He's kept on to that breakaway for nearly 100k, but looks like he's really struggling now. Now, bonus seconds. Lots of them up for grabs. There's a sprint at Wadi Al Marwa. It's at 59k in. There's a sprint at Al Kabir, and at the finish there are 10 bonus seconds for the winner. So lots of bonus seconds and lots of points as well. Our first sprint's points were taken by Gosciorni, so he's definitely cemented his hold on the golden jersey. And you can see Said Al-Rabi has gone all the way back. Approaching the second intermediate sprint of the day, and Baptiste Vistroffer was urging others to come through. Now, normally when we see riders do that, it's because they're unhappy with their breakaway companions, but it looked to me very much like he was waving Patrick Gosciorni through, knowing that if he gives him these points, maybe Gosciorni might help him later on. Confirmation that the results of that sprint did give 3 points and 3 seconds to Gosciorni. I think it's pretty clear what he is aiming to do. Gashurni, Vistroffer and Plowright now are the three men out of the front, and we're on to the climb of Jabal Road, which we did see yesterday, of course, right from the off, 9.2% here, 3 and a bit K. And there are lots of wadis that we'll be seeing along the way. You'll hear that word a lot. It means a dried out riverbed. And you can visit all kinds of them actually here in Oman, all over the Middle East. Quite often they have oases or sinkholes like we saw yesterday actually at the finish. Back up at the front, got one of the most interesting characters in the peloton actually, Baptiste Vistroffer. He's a former triathlete and he's known as something of an eccentric character in the peloton. He said in the past to an interviewer that I read recently, he needs to learn to race smart and not just hard. Interestingly, in 2025, he logged over 2,000 kilometres in breakaways, the second most in the World Tour, but he's never had a pro victory. One of his sports directors actually said last year that he races like a headless chicken rather than a sensible racer. Just under 90 kilometres to go, and the gap is at 2 minutes 40 at the moment. Still anyone's game. Now, midway through our coverage, it's that moment to savour some of the delights of this wonderful land. And today, it really is a tasty treat. Now, if there's anyone out there who doesn't love the sweet, juicy deliciousness of a mango, then I'm sorry, but I don't want to be friends with you. Unless you're allergic, obviously, that's fine. You can still come over.
You're welcome to Al-Aliya village. Al-Aliya is a very famous village in Oman, and it is located between two mountains. It is famous for growing the mango trees. Al-Aliya has got very, very long history. We are very happy people here. People here working. They are watering, they are making, changing the land, and they are cutting also the grass for the animals. We have a mango, a little orange, we have lemons, we call safarjan, and 6, 7 type of palm trees. We have 2 types of foliage. Some of the foliage coming straight from inside the mountain, and the other foliage is coming from the wadi. We have all the things for people eating and not bringing from outside. Now our program, we will say mango days. So we'll make all mango come in one side, people come and buy. And then we have one person, so how much? 10 riyal, 12 riyal, 18 riyal, like this. Sometimes one tree goes to 250 riyals. And it is good, lucky. Because I born in this land. I love it very much. When you are here and go to the mountain, you feel different life. You smell very nice when here. And you look to the grass, you look to the trees, you look at the mountain. You will feel in different life between go to Muscat and Guadalajara.
Well, you can certainly get me a ticket for that place. Actually, I don't even think you need tickets. Just go along. Lovely people, fabulous hospitality, and some great food here as well. 25 kilometres left to go, and we are entering the critical phase here of the race. We've just come down the descent from Busha Al Amarat, and that original breakaway of 5 was whittled down to the 3, and it's still the 3 there. The gap, though, now 1 minute 55 seconds. Back in the peloton, UAE Team Emirates, XRG and Jayco Alula are sharing the workload, it seems. The gap, though, is not coming down as quickly as I think they would like. Still 1 minute 30. The peloton is getting a little bit anxious. They're increasing their speed quite a lot. But I don't think it's actually going to be enough. Still plenty of road left, though, if they do want to catch this breakaway. I suppose with tomorrow being such a big day for the GC, and it really is a big day for the GC, one of 2 high mountain days. It may be that they don't want to expend too much effort. And the guys out front, the three of them, great riders they may be proving to be, but I don't think they're going to be endangering any of the main favourites. Now inside the final 15k then, and it's Al Hamriya, the climb that the Breakaway have now made their way onto as the peloton come through the streets of Muscat. And there are some pretty steep ramps up this climb as well. 105 the gap with 14k left now. 4.5 hours racing so far, and the break is beginning to struggle as we're under 14 kilometres to go to the finish. Now the Jaco Alula boys, we've all been talking about them, and Mauro Schmidt, who won on Friday, was really helped out by Luke Platt. And I had a feeling actually that Luke Platt might ask for that favour to be returned today. And we saw the Jaco Alula purple jersey. I'm trying to think, is it my favourite jersey in the peloton? It might be. Education First is a good one too, isn't it? A few purple jerseys off the front anyway. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? 12 and a bit K to go, and that is Baptiste Vistroffer, the guy who we saw out front all day at the Muscat Challenge. I was just about to tell you that Gilles Gelders has abandoned the race. He was in the Breakaway, but he's abandoned with intestinal problems. I think we might have seen that actually earlier on in the coverage, and Sepp Kuss looks to be struggling too. But then this happened, and Vistroffer, the former triathlete, is on his way. He has made a break for it, just like Vervaeke did last year. And he's quickly opened up that gap. Jensen Plowright can't respond. Looks like our young man, Patrick Gosciorni from Visma Lease Bike, can't either. And now the peloton have got to decide what to do. It's all strung out in that selection. Are they going to try and catch this guy? Or is he able to be caught at all? This would be a phenomenal victory from this kind of distance, nearly 13k out. It was a decisive move. Remember, Vervaeke did it last year from 10 kilometres and went solo. And I think the peloton slowed up. I think they're letting him go. I don't think they have an enormous amount of interest in trying to catch this guy because he's not going to be a danger in the final GC. He's quickly got his lead up as well, as we've got a chasing group of Gosciorni and Plowright. But the gap is already at 45 seconds. And if it gets to around about a minute, it's going to be very, very difficult to catch Baptiste Vistroffer. It is at 50 seconds now with 10k to go. Remember, this is the man that Mario Ertz, his sports director, jokingly referred to as racing like a headless chicken last year. And this will be a second massive effort in a week. He was on his own for 151 kilometres, on Friday at the Muscat Classic, and there's only 7 minutes to go now, still 50 seconds here. The remnants of the break swallowed up by the bunch now. And UAE Team Emirates have decided they do want to do something. Adam Yates, we've seen him shouting into his radio, and so they formed a GC train, but these roads are technical and twisting here. The gap is coming down though, 30 seconds now. So it's come down 20 seconds in just 4 kilometres. This is touch and go. Either way, this is wonderful stuff from Baptiste Vistroffer, a guy who we knew very little about on the road. Plenty we knew about him from off the road, but he has gone solo for nearly 13 kilometres, and it started to look like he might make it. He only had one top 10 on a stage race in his whole career. That was back in 2024. Didn't finish better than 33rd last year, and that was in the Tour of Holland. This is at least an equivalent size race, and a much higher quality field, I would suggest, as well. Now he's going to hit the base of that final climb with 1.6 kilometres to go, and if he makes it there, as the gap does begin to drop rapidly though, the peloton is really starting to hit top speed, or trying to, and it looks likely that they will catch him, but now it's gone back out to 40. This is wonderful stuff from Baptiste Vistroffer, really is super stuff. Good on you. Chapeau, as they say in French. Doesn't have a very French name, but he's certainly absolutely giving his onions out there today. Forward he goes in the red and black of Lotto Intermarché, and this would be a brilliant, brilliant action. Behind him, Adam Yates and UAE are trying to ignite the pace, but the Frenchman's style, it's getting a bit ragged, but he is committed here. Shoulders are rocking, out of his seat. The speed, though, is impressive. He's still going. And pretty soon, well, he's on the base of that final climb now. Yiti Hills, 1.6k at 6.8%. This will be brutal at the end of a massive, massive effort. Huge amount of power that Vistroffer has been putting through his legs and through the pedals. You can see the peloton. He won't be able to see them yet, and they can't see him, which is a good thing for Vistroffer, because as soon as the peloton start to see him and have him in their sights, they will start to really believe they can catch him. But I don't think they can now. There's not long to go. A savage acceleration from Astana. Trying to catch this guy. 2k, 45 seconds to go between them, rather, and Vistroffer has under 2 kilometres. We're on that final climb then. Can he do it? The former triathlete we've mentioned already, he said he needed to learn to race smart, and it looks like he might have done today. An incredible amount of kilometres in breakaways last year. He's also ridden all the way around Thailand and all the way around Australia as well. He just loves being on his bike. Last year he said, I raced alongside Primoz Roglic a lot, and I hope I can race with Primoz and Remco more times. He wants to learn from the best, but today everyone is learning from him. Baptiste Vistroffer is out in front. He's got a bit of a gap. Probably he needs a little bit more. Let's see. Under the Flamme Rouge, 35 seconds with 1,000 metres to go, and it does flatten out at the top here. Vistroffer's going to do it, you know. This is the Flamme Rouge. Here he comes, Baptiste Vistroffer. And it's going to be a stunning, stunning victory for a man who's never won a professional World Tour race before. He's tried so many times. His results have been up and down. His performances have been up and down. He's even had his mentality questioned and his race strategy questioned. But Baptiste Vistroffer today is going to take victory. He's on a small descent now. He goes up then on a false flat. We're into the last kilometre. Adam Yates is at the front. He's going to be just fine, finishing safely in the bunch. The UAE have played a risky game today, though, letting that break get too far away. They've lost the game on today's stage. Miscalculated has the peloton, but Baptiste Vistroffer from Lotto Intermarché, the Frenchman, nearly goes down. That would have been absolutely disastrous, and I would have cried my eyes out for the young man. But he is going to take a victory today. 100 metres left. On Friday at the Muscat Classic, he was willing to die hard. He was out there for 150k, but now he's come back with a vengeance. He's got time to sit up. He's got time to zip up his jersey. He's got time to put his arms wide and make sure that everyone sees him as he crosses the line as a winner at the Tour of Oman 2026. He raises his fist, he punches his fist and says, Yitti-Kaye Vistroffer. It is a victory for Baptiste Vistroffer, the Frenchman, 25 years old, and absolutely right to do that with his arms. He's shown such strength here from Al Rustak Fort to Yiti Hills. What a fabulous victory for a 25-year-old Frenchman as the peloton nearly caught him, but they've done it. He's done it. Lotto Intermarché have a victory this year. And in the sprint for second, just behind, it was a real battle. Henok Mouloubrahan from XDS Astana won it, I think. And Thibaut Gruel, a young Groupama FDG French rider. So French first and third. Brian Cockeye in fourth.
I just believe in myself from the start to the finish. Every kilometer, every second, I just believe I can do it. I also remember every day I pass through suffering in the bunch, not only in the bunch, but in the break, alone, at the back, at the front, at the training. And yeah, I just believe, and I just deserve it, I think, now.
What a double delight for Lotto Intermarché. Vistroffer's solo coup has made him jump up onto the top step, not just of the stage, but I think he's also going to be in red tomorrow. He is, of course. Confirmation that Mouloubrahan and Gruel made it second and third. Brian Cockeye finished fourth, and it was another top 10, a third, I think, for Adria here in the Yiti Hills. There's confirmation that Vistroffer of Lotto Intermarché will be wearing the red leaders jersey tomorrow. He's worn King of the Mountains jerseys before, but never the leader's jersey in a stage race. He's also leading the points classification as Juan Sebastian Molano drops down to second and Goscioni is up to third. He's really been a revelation of this race already. And I mentioned this young man before, Thibaut Gruel, 21 years old. He is leading the best young rider classification now. Valentin Paré-Peintre is in fifth there, and it's almost no contest at the moment in the most active rider or most combative rider. It's Patrick Goscioni. We've really enjoyed seeing him, another young man, just 19 in his first professional season, and what a podium that is.